At 8:47 a.m., Dr. Maya Reynolds pulled into a gas station on the edge of Fairfax County, Virginia, dressed in a tailored blazer and dark jeans. She looked both confident and professional. Her government-issued SUV bore no markings, but her credentials were inside, just in case. As she stepped out to refuel, she noticed a squad car slowly pull in from the other side of the lot. The officer inside gave her a long, uncomfortable stare. She met his eyes briefly, then went back to tapping her card into the pump. Within seconds, the officer stepped out, hand already near his holster. "You all right there, ma'am?" he asked with a tight smile. Maya looked up, slightly confused. "Yes, officer. Just getting gas." "You look like you don't belong here," he added, tone sharper now. "Mind showing me some ID?" Maya, already familiar with how this often plays out, took a calm breath and pulled out her leather badge holder. She flipped it open to reveal her federal credentials. Federal Bureau of Investigation, Supervisory Special Agent Maya Reynolds. The officer squinted at it, then laughed. "Nice prop. You get that on Amazon?" Maya raised an eyebrow. "You might want to read that again, officer." Instead, he reached for his weapon. "Step away from the vehicle. Keep your hands where I can see them." People at the gas station began to turn and stare. A woman recording for her phone whispered, "Oh my God, he's pulling a gun on her." Maya stood still, badge still in hand. "You're about to make a very serious mistake." But the officer wasn't listening. He grinned like he was in control, like he was going to teach her a lesson before the situation could escalate further. Another voice broke through the tension. "Put the gun down. Officer Kendall." That's a federal agent. A second black SUV had just pulled in behind them. Out stepped a tall, white man in a crisp navy suit. He held up his own badge. FBI, Assistant Special Agent in Charge, Danny Mercer. Officer Kendall froze, his face draining of color. Agent Mercer continued. "You're currently threatening a federal officer with a deadly weapon in public, in front of witnesses, and on a gas station security camera." The officer stammered. "I thought..." Mercer cut him off. "You didn't think. That's the problem." Maya slowly approached Mercer, her eyes never leaving the officer. He laughed at my badge, said I didn't belong here, said it looked fake. Mercer turned to Kendall. "You detained her, mocked her credentials, drew your weapon. Do you realize what you've just done?" Kendall looked around. The camera over the gas station pump blinked red. Phones were still pointed at him. The smirk was long gone. Maya looked him straight in the eyes. "You were profiling me. You assumed I didn't belong because of how I look." Kendall's hand dropped from his weapon. His mouth opened, searching for a defense. "I didn't know. But you acted like you did," Mercer snapped. Within seconds, two other federal agents stepped out from the second SUV. Mercer gave the nod. "Officer Kendall, you are being placed under arrest for aggravated assault, false detainment, and obstruction of justice." The words hit like a thunderclap. "Turn around. Hands behind your back." The stunned officer didn't resist. His own handcuffs clicked into place. People clapped. A few whistled. A woman shouted, "About time!" As Kendall was led to the back of the unmarked vehicle, Maya exhaled deeply. It had only been minutes, but it felt like hours. A young woman approached her. "Ma'am, I recorded the whole thing. Do you want the video?" Maya smiled, taking the phone number. "Thank you. That may help more people than you know." Later that day, Mercer and Maya sat in the FBI field office debriefing the event. Kendall was processed, his service weapon confiscated, and Internal Affairs notified immediately. Fairfax PD released a statement by 4 p.m., calling the officer's actions unacceptable and under full investigation. By evening, the video had already gone viral. Headlines read, "Cop mocks black FBI agent, ends up arrested," badged in bold. Agent shuts down racial profiling in real time. From laughing to lockup, officer detains federal agent, gets booked himself. Maya's inbox flooded with messages. Some were supportive, some were hateful. But what mattered most was that the truth had been caught on tape. A week later, she stood in front of a small class at Quantico, giving a talk to new recruits. "I want you all to remember something," she said. It's not just the badge that gives you power, it's how you carry it. Never assume, never profile, and never forget that one mistake can cost you your career or someone's life. There was silence in the room. Every eye was locked on her. She continued, "That day wasn't the first time I was profiled, but I pray it's the last time someone gets away with it." The room erupted in applause. What happened that day at a quiet gas station was more than just a misunderstanding. It was a collision between bias and authority, between assumption and reality. Officer Kendall believed he had the power, and for a moment, he did. But that moment ended fast. He saw a black woman standing by a nice car and assumed the worst. He saw a federal badge and dismissed it as fake. He thought the badge in his holster gave him the right to intimidate, detain, and degrade. But the truth was, the badge doesn't make a person. The person makes the badge. Maya Reynolds didn't need to scream. She didn't need to resist. She had years of training, a badge she earned, and the confidence to let the law speak for her. And when it did, it shouted. The arrest made headlines of days. Fairfax PD fast-tracked a department-wide training review. The FBI issued a statement praising Agent Reynolds' composure and professionalism under pressure. But for Maya, it wasn't about the fame or the justice served. It was about something deeper: representation, respect, reform. In a world where too many voices still go unheard, her story became a symbol, not just a power, but poise, patience, and the kind of strength that can only come from lived experience. She didn't need to raise her voice to be heard. She didn't need to fight to win. She simply stood her ground, let the truth unfold, and watched the man who thought he was untouchable learn that even a badge can't shield you from accountability.